Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally. And in today's video, you can see behind me, I've been using some SINAMAY. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an ivory silver colour and I wanted to do another enlarged smocking piece from it, and yeah, very happy with the results. So shall we get straight into the video? So I've got this SINAMAY from Parkin Fabrics, and how beautiful is that again? It's another shimmery one, which is just stunning. So this one is called Ivory Silver. We've got 3 meters of this, and it's the unstiffened variety. And yeah, I've just rolled it all out and put some weights on either end. Haven't I, Layla? She's just about to jump and walk all over it. Okay, great. I've got my ruler, and what I need to do is I've decided I'm going to do this design here. So we're going to do the Petals design, and I haven't decided, well, I'm just interested in the back Petals design and also the front. So this is the pattern that we're going to draw out. I'm showing you this because I've got a feeling when I think I'm probably going to use pencil today and it might not stand out too well on it. I've decided that I'm going to do 5 inches grid, so 5-inch square grid, and we're going to get quite a few of those on here. I'm going quite big because when I did these ones, that was a good size. I think that was the 4-inch one. Also, we've had these ones which are slightly smaller up there. And then we did this one here. But I'm feeling like we can afford to go really quite large. So what I'm going to do then is draw out the grid and get the design and pattern drawn out, and then I'll show you. So what I'm doing here is I'm marking off every 5 inches all the way along the edge here. So I'm just using my pencil. Okay then, so you know the drill. I've put the 5 inches across the bottom all the way down and on that side, and now I'm just going to join them up together with this long ruler. So I've added the design on now, so you can see it is across, a gap, across, a gap, across, and then also there's a row of empty squares, and then it's across, a gap, all the way down and all the way across. So it's quite a bit. All right, so we are ready to sew now, and as we know, it's very cumbersome. The SINAMAY is going to be, let's see how it is to work with, and the sewing, but I have done the grids quite large, so hopefully we're not going to have too much of a problem sewing. So as you can see, I've used pencil this time because I found that the water-soluble pen was getting stubbed a little bit on the nib, so we've gone with pencil this time. We're off. Okay, so I've got my long length of upholstery thread, and I start down here at the first top left square, and I've popped in a couple of knots there, but I'm just going to put a few stitches in as well just to make sure it doesn't move from that area. And then I'm going to take a small stitch in that bottom left. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yep. Up to the top left. And then we're going to crack on over to this top right. and then down to the beginning where we started in this bottom left. Okay, so I've got all the way around. Now I'm going to pull the thread woohoo! Wow, oh my gosh, this is quite unruly, isn't it? Okay, we're going to pull that nice and tight, and then we're going to have to sort of pinch the middle of it like that, and then I'm going to put a few stitches through the middle. And then I'm going to put some knots in. Wow, have you seen the sparkle going on with this? Absolutely stunning. How lovely. Okay, so that is the start, and then on the back it's kind of going into a bit of a square, which is what we want. So both sides are going to be very different. As you can see, I haven't gone on the bias this time. I'm literally just going to be sewing down and across. So I will probably start now by going down this first row and then back up, jumping across two and back down again, so it's every other one, and just following all the crosses that I've drawn out. So there's one there, here, and coming down right the way across. So it's going to take some time. So I'll just give you a little update. I've got quite a few of these sewn now. It's kind of coming out beautifully. I do really like it. I am finding this SINAMAY a little bit more stiffer than that one over there, as in that one. But I'm managing it. So I've got about nearly halfway done. So I'm loving this edge to it. That could work really well on the mannequin, and also I'm going to sculpt with it. I'm going to see what I can do once I've created it. The other side is looking like this, which is quite cute. You've got the little diamonds there, and then the squares in the middle. I will be poking some of those squares out to make sure that the SINAMAY kind of fits better, because it's all a bit distorted at the minute. But hopefully you like that so far. I do. Got a little pussycat there. Layla! Hi! Hello! So we've got a little Layla here. Show you this. There she is. Got a little bit of snow and ice outside, and she is very inquisitive. What are you watching, Layla? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Hi, baby. Okie dokie then, got a little bit further on. What I'm finding, it is quite fiddly. I'm so glad that I went with the 5 inches across. I'd even go maybe even bigger, just because it's quite tricky to work with the SINAMAY and try and get some of these patterns, these smocking patterns, but I'm managing it. Just a little bit left to do. I love it when it curls like that. That's what I really want to experiment with, sort of seeing both sides. But we'll save that for when I've finished. done, Layla. We are done. Look at this. How lush is that? Can you see the petals, the flowers taking shape? I've had to really use a lot of thread to sew across and across again. It's not a game. And I've also got to spend a little bit of time just pulling some of these, well, pulling the SINAMAY up into position so that you do get that petal shape. Like that one there needs pulling out a little bit. But once we have done that, got this nice little edge going on here. I love that. And then we've got this side. How's that looking, Layla? Okay, so I've got to spend a little bit of time just pulling some of these diamonds out and getting everything fixed, ready. But yeah, so pleased that we have finished. It's taken a long time, but I think results are worth it. So I'm going to have a little play around at getting the shapes out, getting the petals ready, and then we'll have a look at what exactly we can do with this. My only slight disappointment is seeing the pencil on this side. Now I knew that I had to put, you know, make the mark strong enough so that I could follow the pattern on the grid. But yeah, slightly disappointed that you can still see it. And I don't want to rub it with a rubber. I might try that, but I think it will just ruin the SINAMAY. So the reason is I want to see both sides. See what this new Petals design would look like if we combined it with the one that I did just the other week, which was this arrow smocking one. I was just wondering what it would look like if it was layered. Whether you can really see anything underneath that. I actually like the fact that it's growing as a sculpture. So I love the way that this can just hold the structure and the pattern. That's really cool, isn't it? I definitely want to work with this material SINAMAY much more. Look at that. Love the fact that you can see the petal design here and then the other side inside there, and it's twisting really naturally as well. So we could get that. It's gorgeous. Need more to work with sculpting this a bit more. Definitely this one bit, the arrow pattern. Twist. That. I'm just stacking those on top of one another. Nice little subtle difference from that kind of goldy cream colour into this ivory. That's quite cool, isn't it? Combining the two and sort of sculpting and twisting it. Right, I actually could do with many more hours to play around with this and sculpt with it. Get some of the other ones that I've got up there that I've done before. So that was some SINAMAY and that was some fabric. That equally works as well. So yeah, and I also could do with some more space. I love my studio, but every time I make sort of bigger pieces, it's becoming a bit of a storage issue where you put everything. So I also would really enjoy having a space, like an artist in residence, that I could really play around with these materials. Look inside there. Look at that. What a cool... Yeah, it's just, you know, it's smacking of kind of costumes that you could wear. It could be on a film set, this material, and the smocking used with it. Sculptural pieces in a gallery. Just need the space and the time, and I would absolutely love that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe and write a comment. I'd really appreciate it, and I shall see you in the very next video. Goodbye.